the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First down, Chicago.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
That'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky. Quarter.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Hitting Juju on the slant.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, this is Geis. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
on 2nd and inches. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Jalen.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Yo. Easy. Watch 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Watch twist. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
The Bears ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of
first catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Down right around the 25. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
Bears first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Bears field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank. But this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction. But he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check cross. Mike, check. 59.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. Third down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 59. Mike is 50. 59. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A toss right to Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Khalil Mack in on the.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
10-10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
Gain of 15.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Rodgers looking left side, and it's complete.
Rodgers.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defense is played, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On play action, now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Check nickel. 6 guys. Take both of them. Kill.
Now Roethlisberger. Off to Geis on the screen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
77.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 21 yards.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Geis. Able to pout, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
There on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. They find some open field here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14. Bears 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, block 54, block 54. Quit talking about it.
This is Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They try again with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Johnson on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch, switch, switch. Check, 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 check.
Now a run with Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd and a couple, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Kyle Fuller.
Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger is going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this will be caught by Mooney. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Chicago.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. Now Guy stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
59 Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On second down, Samuels. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the slant. Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Washington.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to Geis, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go again.
Roethlisberger to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is Geis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One final try now for Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.